Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to Terraria 1.2.4. Let's take a look at pretty much a pure tank build. So what it is you run turtle armor, and that is actually your main source of damage. So let me try to get a slime to attack me. What I'll do is I'll sit there and destroy a slime with its own life. That right there, and that's how you do it. And it itemizes completely around being able to take damage and letting damage come from, people attacking you. Like, for example, this one. So, personally, the build that I like to have is just turtle armor. And then you go, warding Ankh Shield, and everything has to be warding for this. Warding Fish Raw Wings, warding a Fire Gauntlet, warding Bee Cloak, or what is it called? Bee Cloak, and then a warding Charm of Myths. And the reason you take all this is because it's everything that gives you the most survivability possible. And so that's what I prefer. Two other kind of situational things that you can get are the Moon Shell, or just the right here, the Moon Charm, which right here isn't wild, or a Paladin Shield, because that's a multiplayer server thing pretty much. And you'd only put on the Moon Charm at night, of course. And a lot of the bosses you'll fight are at night, so it works out perfectly. And if for this, I would probably replace the wings. I don't know. I personally like wings just for the mobility. The other item that you can actually potentially use is a frozen turtle shell, because when you're below 30, or when you're below 20, what is that, 25%? Let's see. Yeah, when you're below 25% health, it gives you 30 defense, which is actually massive, and it makes it so you'll be taking almost no damage. So I'm going to try this out against a few different bosses. First of all, oh, actually, I forgot to go over the weapons. So the main weapon that you're going to be doing damage with is the Horseman's Blade, because you actually have to get close up for it. That's not the Horseman's Blade, because you actually get close up with it, and you can do damage, and it summons the pumpkins, and that does damage. So the entire goal of this is that you're going to have to be close up to everyone, and you're not going to want to be really avoiding damage, because they take all of the damage that you do. So let's actually try it out against King Slime. To find out where he went. Where he spawned. He's right here. So what you do is you stand in the middle, you swing your sword, and you just destroy him. That's actually how it goes. And one way you can do it is, the reason I like wings on it is because if you get too low, you can't really take it. You're not going to be doing much damage with it, but you'll heal a bit. So you just kite away with the wings, and you vamp sep until you're full health. And actually, if you notice, I'm still full health after that. I took almost no damage with this setup. And even if I did take damage, I still have a Charm of Myths, which gives me both life regeneration and cooldown reduction for healing pots. So it actually, all of that together just makes it massive damage, and this is what I'm going to be using against next time Eye of Cthulhu. I'm going to pause and wait till it's night, and then I'll be back. Alright, it is now night, and I will try it out against the Eye of Cthulhu. Actually, one thing I forgot to clarify is the reason that you take the Bee Cloak, and yeah, it has to be warding, the reason you take it is because you don't want anything with the cross necklace, but you still want to be able to do damage when you're taking hits. So normally you take the one that's a combination of the Star Cloak and the cross necklace, but it makes it so you take less damage actually because you're invulnerable for double the time. And with this build, you actually need to be taking the damage to do damage. So it's kind of weird. But let's try it out. Suspicious looking eye. Let's fight. Or Eye of Cthulhu. And the Horseman's Blade's there just because it does extra damage. And all of those things are actually affected by the Fire Gauntlet, which makes it just destroy. And it's dead. There we go. And it's now dead. And I lost 9 health from that. And then my bees just came and killed these guys too. The stars do it, and there is a slap in the face. Alright, the next one to try out against is a harder boss because, granted, Eye of Cthulhu is pretty damn easy. So, let's go against the twins. And actually, it's nighttime, so I'm really quickly going to replace this for the wings. Although I actually might need the wings for this fight, but we'll see. So as you can see here, look at that. I've only taken 100 damage from them so far. The point of this setup is also for me to be able to use this. They take equal damage to how much damage they deal, so the more they deal to me, the more damage they take. I'm going to pop a health pot now, switch to this real quick, kite around, and jump back into the fight at full health. Oh, that's a problem, I'm using the slime hook because it was in my inventory. Because it was in the first slot. All I have to do is just sit here, attack him. Look at this. And I'm probably going to get my health pot off before I get low enough where I actually have to use it again. Granted, it's a slow fight. but it's actually, I'm just taking no damage and able to destroy them. Most of the damage most of the things I'm actually taking damage from is the Cursed Flames, because Ankh Shield will not take care of that. So look at that. I'm just gonna kite back real quick, throw some Niz on. Look at that health back. And just while I'm fighting, real quick, the Turtle Armor takes 324, I believe, Chlorophyte ore to get, and 3 Turtle Shells, so it's actually not that easy to get. But it's well worth trying for it. I'm just gonna, okay, there he's going into his hard form. I actually can pop a health pot now if I need to, which I will do now. Put me all the way up to almost full health. And then the other reason I took the flare on is because sometimes for like these kind of bosses you do need a bit of range sometimes, and so that's what that's for. But if you need to be close, I'm gonna kite back real quick with the whatever you call that. They're on the massive damage form, so they're gonna be doing a lot of damage. Switch the flare on, and that's the twins. Not actually that hard with this build. In fact, it's kind of easy. And the build just revolves completely around taking the damage and using that to deal the damage. And again, really, you don't really need wings for it. But I prefer it. This is a situational item that you're only going to want to use at night because it does more damage. You should take it warding, but I ran out of money actually before the video. Alright, so I saved it from being put in the video, but I tried it against Duke Fishon a few times. Does not work. Duke is designed to do a lot of damage in a little single hit, so he takes all the damage, but you take way too much no matter how much defense you have. And then the other thing is a lot of the damage you take from him is from the tornado and from the Sharkron, or the Sharkron things that shoot out. Which means when you take damage from that, you're actually going to be doing damage back to the Sharkron, not to the boss. So it doesn't work out. It's still the best way to kill him is just through kiting, but it works through every single other boss, no exception, because they're usually they're the ones who are attacking you, and so they take the full damage, and it works with every other minion throughout the game too. But you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you find success with the build. Flare-on is more meant for if you really have to get away, but you still want to do damage. Like for if you want to try to fight Duke Fishron, you gotta just bail and run away with that and use that in the background. Vampire Knives is to heal, and then Horseman's Blade is the main damage source from your weapon. Other than you actually taking the damage yourself, like this. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you find success with it. I hope you manage to use it, and I hope it carries you through the game. Peace out.